All right. So, get this shit started. Load. All right. Week 1. Starting off new freaking universe. Oh, I'm in the wrong freaking window. Go figure. All right. And we actually got a little freaking book of booking, so I know what I'm doing. Hopefully at the start of this. So I've already got this week planned out. And it's gonna be C.A.W's first week televised. So we're gonna have to introduce a few people. Get to know some boys. All right, let's get this show booked. All right. Edit. How do I can't remember. Actions. It's been a while. Right. All right. So we're gonna have the show opening promo. Since it's our first show, how did I do this? How did I want to do this? See, this is exactly why I wrote this shit down. All right, we're gonna have just a little self promo with the GM of the C.A.W, Maximillion Pegasus. Perfect. And we're gonna go right up into our first match. Just a normal, easy 1v1. All right, we're gonna learn about A.R. Scott, self-proclaimed anarchist from London. I think London, England, or Blackpool, England, versus young man Jimmy Johnson. All right, that's our first match. Little Jimmy Johnson. Little high-flying upstart from, I think, Detroit. I can't remember offhand, but we'll figure that out. Definitely someone to keep an eye out. All right. Middle card. What do we have next? After that, we have promo. Self-promo with Dynamic Steiner, but you can't. See, that's awful. See, what I would love to do is have the Dynamic Steiner do like a self promo and then someone interrupt him, but you can't do that, unfortunately. So we're gonna do a little call out promo, which will be a little different, but we'll work with it with Dynamic Steiner and a movie star, budding B-list movie star who thinks he's an A-list movie star. Jack Wheeler is gonna interrupt him. We'll find out why later on. And then we got our second matchup here. Another 1v1. We're not gonna go too crazy in the first couple of weeks. We'll build up to that. We're gonna have young man Roddy J taking on Frankie of the Greasers, 1/4 of the Greaser gang, Greaser Street Gang, Street Fighters, Fist Fighters. So I have two young guys go at it. And then we have a tag team promo just to get them over. We have the Awesome Ones. Where are they at? Flyboy and Jay Stone are gonna cut a promo hyping themselves up, but since you can't do tag team promos either, we'll just have Flyboy cut it for now. Go crazy. Okay, third match. We have straight into a tag match with the aforementioned Awesome Ones, Flyboy and Jay Stone. The Awesome Ones versus two brothers from London, England as well, Ian and Lane the Sextons. Perfect. Two young tag teams just getting their start in the business. Hoping to make a name tonight. And then we have another promo from Pegasus. making the main event for tonight, which we'll just go right into the main event, is Dynamic Steiner versus Jack Wheeler. Since Dynamic Steiner came out to address the fans earlier in the show and Jack Wheeler decided to cut him off and interrupt him, stir some trouble, they're going to have face-off in a match tonight. And unbeknownst to Dynamic Steiner, the GM, Maximillion Pegasus, is going to be in Jack Wheeler's corner. Mostly just to watch, but what else was he really do? We'll see. Alright, and then final match for this evening to book, we have another normal one-on-one match. But we're going to put the Omega. Where's the Omega? The Omega versus the mysterious Van Sice. The mysterious and towering, intimidating Van Sice. Not much is known about this man, but what is known is that he destroys anyone in his path. Now we got this show booked. Yeah, we don't need no freaking show closer. So, let's move on. We're done. Let's get this show on the road, huh? Let's do it. I'm excited. Alright. Damn. I'm going to be doing like half commentary, half not, just because, I don't know. We'll see what we do. And I turn commentary super down because I kind of work off the commentary in the game, but not really. Nah, dude, this is the C.A.W. Chicago area wrestling. As you can tell from the Chicago, Illinois arena, here is the C.A.W. And right off the bat, we're going to get this show started with our general manager, Maximillion Pegasus, coming out to address the fans. This is our first show, the first televised show. So we're going to have Pegasus come down and inform us what exactly C.A.W. stands for. I don't know what it stands for yet. I've been thinking about it. So right now it's just going to be C.A.W. And I know that this game has their own little templates for promos, but if it works with what I want to say, then we'll go with it, but otherwise we're just going to straight disregard it and just pick randomly, because it doesn't matter. Hello, one and all, ladies and gentlemen, to the C.A.W. I am your general manager, Maximillion Pegasus. How is everybody tonight? And then, yay, the crowd cheers. Woo! Yeah, woo, woo. Yes, that's very, very great. That's very great. We have a great show for you tonight, and we have many games planned for tonight. And, yeah, it's gonna be a great night. With C.A.W. We are a new, show based in Chicago, and we are going to rock the wrestling world. And, not everything is gonna be perfect, and we want you to work with us, but everything is gonna be extreme and awesome, and it'll be great. Woo! Okay, let's get out of this. And the eccentric Maximillion Pegasus, with a definitely energetic promo, letting the fans know what kind of show they're in for tonight, and that they're in for a great show. And we're going to get right onto it after Maximillion Pegasus into our first match. And here we go. We've got our first match. A.R. Scott versus young Jimmy Johnson. In a normal one-on-one match. A.R. Scott, real fan favorite on the independent scene. Self-proclaimed anarchist from England across the pond. Claims to have been a part of the London riots. That's where he claims to have got his anarchist nickname. Oh, wow, okay. That took a while. Wonder if the game fucked up. And young Jimmy Johnson looking to make his debut here in the C.A.W. and looking to make a name for himself in his first televised match. And here comes the anarchist, A.R. Scott.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from London, England.
Okay, he is from London.
Weighing in at 216 pounds, the anarchist, A.
Oh my god, he's walking over the crowd. Coming in through the crowd is the ever mysterious A.R. Scott. Definitely has the punky, grungy look to him. Definitely influenced by punk bands such as the Sex Pistols, the Ramones. And he's here to light a fire in the C.A.W.
And his opponent from Phoenix, Arizona, weighing in at 187 pounds, Jimmy Johnson.
And a young cruiserweight from Phoenix, Arizona, Jimmy Johnson, making his debut, as we said, in the C.A.W. And what great way to start off your career here against A.R. Scott, an established name here in the independent scene in the C.A.W. And hopefully he can set the crowd on fire tonight with what he has to offer. Already oozing confidence and charisma on his way to the ring. Gotta love that about Jimmy. Ain't gonna take this debut lightly. Ain't gonna let the nerves shake him up. Alright. And here we go. Both men in the ring now. We're about to get our first match underway here in the Chicago area wrestling. Jimmy Johnson out the gate with a kick and a quick snap suplex. And a kick to the spine of A.R. Scott. But A.R. Scott, no slouch as we know. Coming right back at Jimmy Johnson with a leg sweep. Irish whip off the ropes. Drop down. Leapfrog. And and a tilt-a-whirl DDT drops Jimmy Johnson square on his forehead. But Jimmy Johnson reverses the whip into the corner. Has him up on his shoulders with a Death Valley driver right out the gate by Jimmy Johnson. This explosive start and a double leg straight to the groin of A.R. Scott. Will A.R. Scott be able to come back from this early explosive offense from the young Jimmy Johnson? Toe kick caught by A.R. Scott and a dragon screw leg sweep. A.R. Scott now to the middle rope. Waiting for Jimmy. And a big front drop kick. Knocks the wind right out of Jimmy's sails. Toe kick caught. Swept. Oh, wait a minute, Jimmy Johnson. Looks like he's trying to lock in the Boston Crab. And he's got it locked in. A.R. Scott, right in the middle of the ring, has nowhere to go. But it's still a little too early on in this match for a submission to put A.R. Scott away. A.R. Scott, another whip in the corner. Oh, and the kick reversed by Jimmy Johnson. And a tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Good Lord. A.R. Scott having to roll out of the ring. Catch some breathing room between him and Jimmy Johnson. And Jimmy Johnson scouted the low drop kick to the shins that A.R. Scott is known for. And A.R. Scott, ever since the opening bell, has been off on the wrong foot. Jimmy Johnson having A.R. Scott's number, but A.R. Scott now, the nice arm trapped neck breaker on the outside. We got to get back in the ring now. Referee had a 6 count now. Oh, and off the top. Unfortunately, again, Jimmy Johnson had AR's move scouted out. Nice miss, buddy. And AR Scott just saying nope to Jimmy Johnson's front drop kick. Another whip into the corner. I think this is what AR Scott has been looking for. But again, Jimmy Johnson is just not allowing AR Scott any sort of offense here in this opening bout. But what does he have now? Jimmy Johnson throwing AR Scott to the outside, and he's on the other side of the ring. What's he got planned? Oh my God! A freaking torpedo DDT to the outside, head first on the cement. You have those pads out there, but they only do so much on that actually wooden gym floor. And then Jimmy Johnson now crushing the head against the apron, the hardest part of the ring. 5 count again. Jimmy Johnson whipped back into the ring now. AR Scott on the outside. What does he have planned? Springboard, drop kick right to the back of the head of Jimmy Johnson. And AR Scott's feeling it now. I think he's starting to feel something. He's feeling some kind of way. Jimmy Johnson on the outside. And good God, a springboard DDT onto the apron. Like we just said, the hardest part of the ring. AR Scott looking to target the head now of Jimmy Johnson. Hopefully Jimmy Johnson doesn't end up with a concussion after that. Moving a brain buster again. Targeting the head is AR Scott. AR Scott now going to the top rope. What does he have planned here? Uh-oh. And 450 splash. The AR Scott 450 splash from the top rope. Could that do it for young Jimmy Johnson? AR goes for the pin. 1, 2, and no, Jimmy Johnson. The young lion with guts of steel kicks out of a 450 splash late on in this match. AR Scott now another whip into the corner. Bringing him to the top rope. He's going to try for one more time for whatever he's been trying to plan. And Jimmy Johnson again. And, oh, good Lord, a jumping DDT out of nowhere. Jimmy Johnson rallying this crowd behind him in the crowd. Obliging. They are definitely in awe of the perseverance that Jimmy Johnson has displayed this match against AR Scott. No slouch of his own and an elbow after that clothesline attempt, but Jimmy Johnson avoids the knee, but not the punch. And another one to the head dazes the young Jimmy Johnson. But not for long. Reverse DDT. But AR Scott feeling a head of fire now. He came out of nowhere with that head of fire clothesline 1. And a big falling drop kick. He's feeling it now. He's feeling it now. What is AR Scott's special signature move? Samoan driver, a super kick? Let's see. Looks like Jimmy Johnson's calling for something. What's he calling for? And he looks like he's got the Anarchy Driver. There it is. The Anarchy Driver, his signature move. 2. And now 2.5. 2 and 2.9. Jimmy Johnson. AR Scott can't believe it. I think he's going to go for the big guns now. He's looking to end the match here. I think he's calling for the Indie Driver. Here it is. The underhook pile driver. There he is. Drops him right on the back of Jimmy Johnson's head and spine. Boom. There it is. That's got to be it. And here we go. AR Scott with the pin now. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. AR Scott is your first winner in the C.A.W. But you can't count out the heart, the perseverance of Jimmy Johnson. His debut match here in C.A.W. against AR Scott. But even after Jimmy Johnson showed a great display here tonight with his athleticism, his high-flying ability, and his wrestling technique, but it wasn't enough to put A.R. Scott away, and he's feeling that. But he shouldn't put too much blame on himself. This is his debut match in C.A.W, and he put on one hell of a match. And here we go, on to our next bout. We actually have a word from Dynamics, from our main man, Dynamic Steiner himself. You guys know him, you guys love him. He's the Dynamic One himself. He's here to pump you all up. He's here to pump you up. A Dynamic One from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Loves to have a good time. Not an angry bone in this man's body, but he is not one to take lightly. You see this mountain of a man, this absolute unit of a man, is definitely not one to take lightly. Even with his lighthearted nature, he is still championship material. And here he is, the Dynamic One, out here to himself out here to address the crowd here tonight. Well, how's it going, everybody? This is your main man, Dynamic Steiner, here from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, and I've come back up here to Chicago, Illinois, across the country to build up the Chicago area wrestling, because I've heard all these young superstars, these young upstarts, these young kids, that the fire in their eyes. We just saw two of the youngest and most talented wrestlers, Jimmy Johnson and A.R. Scott, put on a clinic, even in our first match. Can you believe that, ladies and gents? But now, we gotta get down to the nitty-gritty ourselves, boys. Yes. See, we've got a great show to you tonight, but what type of industry is this? What type of promotion is this if we don't have ourselves a world champion? And that is why I'm out here. My main concern is to get this world championship announced to you fans here tonight. But we aren't gonna just out here, and I'm not here just taking this championship while willy-nilly. Let's clear the air here. We're gonna have ourselves a nice old-fashioned world heavyweight tournament to determine the world champion of the C.A.W. And I'm so excited to announce myself as the first contender. And I'm so excited to... Wait a minute. Oh, and look who it is. It's the movie star himself. The quote-unquote A-list actor himself, even though he's never been in any A-list movie as far as we know. Jack Wheeler coming down to the ring, interrupting Dynamic Steiner's monologue to the fans. What does he have to say here? Dynamic Steiner, I can't even begin to tell you how irritated I am that someone like you is coming out here to announce this World Heavyweight Championship tournament when the A-list actor of Chicago, Illinois is in this country, is in this company. I should be the face of this industry, of this promotion, but no, you out here. You've shown us where you've got a lot of nerve, Jack Wheeler. I'm gonna stop you right there, son. Now you know that we're here and we're here to wrestle tonight. This is what the C.A.W. is all about. But you can't be coming out here. You cannot be coming out here to Dynamic Steiner's time and interrupting me. Especially when I've been announcing the World Heavyweight Tournament. And you know what, Daddy? I think we might just have to have ourselves a match to settle this. Oh yeah? You think this is it? You think you're the guy who makes all the matches around here? I'm the A-list actor, buddy. I'm the one with the stroke around here. I'm the one who makes the matches, and I'm the one who makes the decisions around here. So if you have anything to say about it, or any issues, it comes through me first. Not you. I am the face of the C.A.W. I don't have to impress you, and I don't have to go through you for anything. I'm Dynamic Steiner, and if the fans want us to fight, then we're gonna have a fight. Do you want us to fight, gents? Ladies and gents? And you hear them chanting yes, folks. The fans chanting yes. They want to see this match between Dynamic Steiner and Jack Wheeler. after Jack Wheeler disrespected Dynamic Steiner's time and the fans' time by interrupting his promo time. You're extremely stupid if you want to have a match with me, and Warzone has an update and is now playable. Go nuts. You didn't see that, but it's behind me. I'm not gonna take this from you, and I'm not gonna take this from anyone. I'm gonna go talk to Pegasus about this, and you'll see. You will definitely rue the day that you got in the way of the A-list actor Jack Wheeler. The C.A.W's universe reaction says it all. A-list actor, my ass. More like a P-list actor. Woo! Got him. Man, I'm done with this. Everything you say and do is just corny as hell. I'm gonna go to the back. I'm gonna get myself ready. And if you're ready, then we're gonna get this match cooking. Now you just take this in mind, son. I may be dynamic one, but you better believe that you don't take this dynamic one lightly. We'll see you later tonight. Oh my god, let's go. How long are these pro? And after a heated exchange between Dynamic Steiner and Jack Wheeler, it looks like we might have our main event set tonight. Jack Wheeler and Dynamic Steiner. It seems like Jack Wheeler is going to go talk to Maximillion Pegasus to see what he can do about this. But until then, we've got our next match. We've got the Rowdy one, Roddy J, versus the youngest greaser in the group, Frankie. We've got two new breakout talents here again, making their debut in the C.A.W. Roddy J, the young man from Detroit, Michigan. Fan favorite from what we've heard. And Frankie, as we said, the Greasers, a street brawling group. Definitely not known for playing by the rules. So Roddy J may have his hands full tonight. Yeah, baby. Play that guitar. And here he is. Oh, Dayton, Ohio. That makes more sense. The Rowdy Run, Roddy J. Dayton, Ohio, the young cruiserweight, making his debut here as well. About to take on the youngest of the Greasers, Frankie. And Roddy J may have his hands full, as we were saying earlier, with the Greasers. Will other members of the Greasers come out alongside Frankie, or will Frankie come out by himself? The unpredictable nature of that street group means you must keep on your toes. And it looks like Frankie is coming out himself.
From Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 228 pounds, bad boy Frankie Fisher.
Oh my, bad boy Frankie Fisher. Definitely influenced by the older members of the Greasers. Has an aggressive edge. Cocky, oozing machismo. Cool as a cucumber. There's Frankie Fisher and the Greasers. Oops, 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 oops. I didn't mean to do that, so we're going to restart the match. I meant to just start the match, not break out. So either way, it'll just be at the start of the match. And here we go. The two young men about to get at it here. The Rowdy one, Roddy J versus the bad boy Frankie Fisher, and Roddy J right off the bat with a low hanging DDT. Frankie with the height advantage and with the arm reach advantage clotheslines Roddy J out the ring. And already in the first few seconds of the match, the two men are exited the ring and are outside. Definitely Frankie Fisher's environment. The Street Fighter will use anything and everything to his advantage. Oh! Roddy J looking for a Hurricanrana, and Frankie Fisher catches him on the outside with a power bomb. Insane strength from the young Frankie Fisher, and the punches right to the gut. Good lord. The bare knuckle background of this street brawler. 7 now. Two men back in the ring. Frankie with the upper hand, and the head smashes to the mat from Frankie Fisher. That could cause a concussion to the Rowdy one. Roddy J now with a knee to the face, hoping to gain a little bit of momentum. Let's see what he can do. Elbow to the head. Oh, and Frankie Fisher just too skilled, too proficient in fighting close range. And Roddy J thrown out the ring again. But I think now Frankie Fisher's got his eyes set to punish Roddy J on the outside. Kick to the gut. Punches to the face. Roddy J now being dragged and face first right into the steel steps. Again, like we said, Frankie Fisher will use anything and everything. Unfortunately, you can't call a disqualification from the environment. And a soccer kick right to the spine of Roddy J. He's going to have a hard time standing up after this. And a knee now to the back. Seems like Roddy J may have back issues tonight. And it seems like Frankie Fisher might be targeting that. And, oh, and a clothesline. A big clothesline from Roddy J, knocking Frankie Fisher off his feet. I don't think Frankie was was ready for that. Drop down. And another leapfrog, jumping over the tall Frankie Fisher, and Frankie Fisher able to stop Roddy J dead in his tracks with the eat defeat. And Frankie going up top now. What does he have planned? And, oh, big fist drop right to the forehead of Roddy J. And Roddy J, 2 count only, gets the shoulder up. The heart, the will being displayed by Roddy J here. The sling blade. And look at this. Roddy J with a head of steam coming out of nowhere after the sling blade. With a strong comeback and a super kick right to the face of Frankie Fisher. Roddy J now going to the top. He's got his head of steam cooking. Can he make... And a frog splash from the top. Can he get the pin? 1, 2, and not enough. And it wasn't enough to put away Frankie Fisher. And I don't know how much he has left, but Roddy J's looking. What's he got called for here? What's he calling for here? He's measuring Frankie Fisher. And the ripcord knee strike right to the face. That could do it. 1, 2, and no, not enough. Still, after the frog splash and Roddy's ripcord knee strike, the Rowdy ripcord knee strike, not enough to put Frankie down. What else is Roddy J gonna have to do? Uh-oh, and a big Death Valley driver from Frankie Fisher. Was that his finisher? Or was that a signature? That was his finisher. And after the Death Valley driver, Frankie's finishing Fisher. He was able to put away Roddy J. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And what the hell is Frankie doing? The bad boy Frankie Fisher attacking Roddy J right after the match. And we should have known. We should have expected this from Frankie Fisher, from any one of the greasers. And luckily Roddy J didn't face the gangbang from all of the greasers, I guess. But it's still, you hate to see it. The unsportsmanlike conduct of the greasers. But either way, we move on to the back where we're gonna hear from our first tag team of the night, Flyboy and Jay Stone, the Awesome Ones. We skipped that. They're a very enthusiastic, almost annoying tag team, sort of like 90s bro type character. That's all you need to know. And I don't really have the tag team entrances set up, and I don't like doing tag team matches because they kind of take too long. So the Awesome Ones are gonna get a win over the young, also debuting Sextons. And yeah, they're gonna get a little more character progression in the weeks along, and we'll see more of the Sextons later on. And then we have the promo from Pegasus. Jack Wheeler has gone to the back and talked to Pegasus, and Pegasus' thought is over, and he's decided that they will have the main event be Dynamic Steiner versus Jack Wheeler. Okay, but next up, we have our final match before the main event. We have the very loud the Omega, the self-proclaimed Omega, the Omega of the Chicago area wrestling, versus the mysterious Van Cise. We don't know much about Van Cise, but what we do know is that he likes to fight and he likes to wrestle. And you don't want to make Van Cise mad. Doesn't have an issue with you if you don't make him mad, but if you do, but unfortunately for the Omega, he likes to run his mouth. Will that mouth get him into some trouble here tonight? What's my name, bitch, 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 bitch?
Making his way to the ring from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 223 pounds, the Omega.
He's gonna cut a promo to the ring. I am the Omega, and I can't believe that I have had to come all the way here to Chicago, Illinois to find a decent promotion to wrestle in. Philadelphia was just too low for my standards. And so is my opponent, unfortunately. Who is this Van Cise? We don't even know anything about him. And I have to fight him. I have to try and make a name for myself fighting this guy who we know nothing about. Come on. Come on. Give me a real opponent. I want a main eventer. I want to be a part of this World Heavyweight Championship tournament. Blah, blah, blah. And then, uh-oh. Van Cise interrupts. Van Cise shut the mouth of the Omega real quick. And look at this monster of a man.
And his opponent,
The intimidating shine of Van Cise emerging from the darkness into the light. And if you look at the face of Van Cise, he definitely does not look too happy about what Omega had to say about him. Calling Van Cise an unworthy opponent for the Omega. The Omega just making his debut in the C.A.W. Only have had a few matches outside of Chicago. Not discounting the Omega, but definitely Van Cise has been around the business longer and has shown to be much more of a force so far. But we'll see. Maybe the Omega can surprise us. With Van Cise's track record, and just at the sheer force and magnitude of this man, this unit, I'm not too sure about the Omega's chances. I think Omega is definitely might having some second thoughts about poking the bear here. And right out the gate, Omega trying to get some kicks and stops right out the way. Off the ropes. Referee down, unfortunately. And not even phasing Van Cise. The Omega running into the wall. That is Van Cise. And Van Cise with the quick agility to move out the way. Gut kick. Oh, and a big clubbing forearm right to the back of the Omega. And the Omega is definitely feeling that one. The Omega slips behind Van Cise. And look at this. Look at the jabs and the little shindig. The little jabs and shindig. But Van Cise not phased. And a big spine buster slam from the big man Van Cise. Uh-oh. And another one from Van Cise. I think Van Cise might be just playing with his food now. Big Samoan drop from Van Cise. And good lord, Omega's ribs must be screaming at him. Omega now trying to gain some momentum. Whips Van Cise into the ropes. And a big knee to the face. That'll catch anyone off guard. And he tried to lift Van Cise. But Van Cise not having it. And a big overhead belly-to-belly throw from Van Cise. What else does Van Cise have planned here? Big power bomb. Look at this. Walking around with a man on his shoulders. Oh, but unfortunately. Oh, the big throat thrust catching Omega off guard as he was trying to run through Van Cise. That'll knock the wind right out of your sails for a good minute. But Omega still trying to persevere through the big man, trying to knock him down. But Van Cise was not having any of that. And again, just knocking Omega over. Not even throwing a clothesline, not throwing a punch, just running right through the Omega. And what is Van Cise's signature move? Chokeslam or the Samoan driver? Okay. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, and a neck breaker out of nowhere. Where did that come from? From the Omega. The Omega, I think that's the first time Van Cise has been knocked down from a devastating neck breaker. Get away from me. Get away from me. Omega now able to catch Van Cise into the ropes. On his shoulders. I can't believe it, but no. Again, the weight of Van Cise and the sheer force and size. Too much. But wait a minute. Van Cise goozled. Choke slam. Choke slam to the Omega. What is his finisher? Okay. Oh, and what is Van Cise? He's got something else planned. He's got another. I think he's actually calling for that two-handed choke bomb of his. The dark hole bomb. 2 and 3. Nobody gets up from the dark hole bomb from Van Cise. And just like a fly, Van Cise swats the Omega out of his way. And the Omega. Van Cise showing the support. Showing even after the Omega's trash talk at the beginning of the match. Van Cise will live and let live. Again, it's the unpredictable nature of Van Cise. I guess maybe today he understood The Omega was just trying to make a name for himself. Finally, the main event. Ooh. Okay, a potential rivalry brewing between Van Cise and the Omega. I could work with that. Have like a thing where Omega plays nice with Van Cise, but ends up. Okay. I'm gonna have to remember that. And actually, what I should be doing too is writing down the finishes, or at least something in my book of booking, so I know what the hell I did and who won. Okay, AR Scott. I'll just underline it. Won. Underline means he won. Roddy J versus Frankie won. Frankie Fisher won. They are probably gonna have a feud as well. So I'm gonna put a star next to that in my book of booking. Hot feud. All right, and then the Awesome Ones won. That's great. They're just gonna keep racking up wins, I guess. I don't really know what I'm doing with the tag division yet. The Omega versus Van Cise. Van Cise wins. Pot feud. And now, the main event. The match with the most story so far. Okay, that's all I can do. Dynamic Steiner versus Jack Wheeler. And unbeknownst so far to Dynamic Steiner, Maximillion Pegasus will be in Jack Wheeler's corner. And yes, that's right, Maximillion Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters is the Chicago Area Wrestling's GM. It's great. I'll work with it. I kind of don't like his hair though. I might change it. But if it's the best it is, then it's the best there is. It's true, he does have his Millennium Eye. I don't know if you can see it, but it is gold. And here we go. The first main event in televised C.A.W. is about to begin. Dynamic Steiner, the Dynamic One, versus Jack Wheeler.
Making his way to the ring from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 310 pounds,
Dynamic Steiner, the main man from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, coming cross country to join the C.A.W., to put the C.A.W. on the map, is the biggest fan favorite we've gotten so far. The fans love him, the fans know him, the fans want him to succeed in every way. Dynamic Steiner harvests the fans' energy and uses that to power himself up in his own dynamic way. As you can see, he's feeding off the crowd's energy. And the crowd love him for it. They keep giving it to him. But they do not give that same kind of courtesy to the A-list actor. And wait a minute, looks like Pegasus is behind him. What is the general manager coming out with Jack Wheeler for? The boss. The extravagant, aspiring A-list actor, Macho Man Jack Wheeler became a wrestler 3 years ago to gain more of a name of himself, to get his name out there more. As you do as an artist, try to get your name out there in any way possible, and that's why Jack Wheeler, the Macho Man as he calls himself, joined wrestling. And over the years, has actually proven himself to be quite proficient in the sport. And as you said to Dynamic Steiner earlier on, as we get our main event underway here, he feels that he, the A-list actor, is the face of the C.A.W. Unlike the fan favorite, sort of fan chosen face of C.A.W. Dynamic Steiner. Dynamic Steiner never called himself the face of the C.A.W. In fact, it was more the fans who called him that. But ever since then, ever since that opening segment earlier today, Jack Wheeler definitely taking a disliking to Dynamic Steiner and his fan favorites. And he's confusing Dynamic Steiner now, rolling in and out of the ring. Classic heel tactics. And he catches him with a tiger suplex. See? Pulling out a tiger suplex early on in the match. Jack Wheeler. Early on, that not even a 1 count from Dynamic Steiner, but Dynamic Steiner has to kind of roll out of the ring, get his bearings straight. Took a few shots to the head there from Jack Wheeler, and Jack Wheeler whips him to the outside. Pegasus now, watching on. Maybe that's why Pegasus is out here. He just wants to see the first main event between his first two main eventers, who both have a shot in the World Heavyweight Championship tournament that we are about to start. And maybe he just came out with the last man to come out since he feels like he's the main event. Can we please get back in the ring, please? Can we please get back in the ring? Please, can we get back in the ring? I really don't want this to end in count out. I really don't want this to end in count out. Come on, buddy. You should know this. Get in the ring. And at 9, both the boys get back in the ring. They don't want this one to end in count out, as this could have drastic title implications and tournament placement for later on. Dynamic Steiner now whips him into the corner, and from one corner to the other. And again, a second time, another spine, and almost taking out the ref there. That would have been catastrophic, and both men there kind of having to dodge each other out the way. Both having the same idea in mind, and at the end of the day, Jack Wheeler gets the better of Dynamic Steiner. But Dynamic Steiner, still no slouch, still has a lot of energy left. We're still a little early on into this main event here. Another whip into the corner now. But Jack Wheeler versus the punches. Whip it to the second corner. And a big elbow. Big elbow, snap mare. And an elbow right to the back, right to the upper spine of Dynamic Steiner. And Dynamic Steiner able to dodge the big boot, and a huge pump handle power slam, throwing Jack Wheeler halfway across the ring, and he goes for the pin. 1, and not even a 2 count from Jack Wheeler. Showing the strength and determination even of Jack Wheeler. He may look like a pretty boy movie star, but he's definitely put in the work with a big super kick to the face of Dynamic Steiner. And a camel clutch. Is he trying to tap out Dynamic Steiner here in the first main event of C.A.W? The first tap out victory. And Dynamic Steiner with the... oh, sorry. Dynamic Steiner with the strength, able to break the clutches of the camel and deliver a huge overhead suplex to Jack Wheeler, the Macho Man. And a big German suplex out of nowhere. And here he goes. Dynamic Steiner, the Dynamic One's starting to feel it here. He's feeling it. He's jigging with it. He wants Wheeler up. And a big overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Then he's calling. He's getting for it. He's getting rowdy. He's getting dynamic. What's he got called? Oh no, he's got the Dynamic Steiner screwdriver. That's got to be a Jack Wheeler dropped square on his head. And at 2.5, I am gobsmacked. Did you see Jack Wheeler land square on his head from that Dynamic Steiner screwdriver? He could have a concussion after this match. Oh, good lord. Elbow to the face. Even after the Steiner screwdriver. And the suplex neckbreaker. And Dynamic Steiner still able to kick out of after everything he's been put through. What is that? Wait, what is Wheeler doing there? He's taking the top. He's taking the top hat off the top turnbuckle. You can't do that. Wait a minute. No, not the Macho Clash. The Macho Clash hit one of his finishing moves. And unfortunately for Jack Wheeler, he was not paying attention. He was too in the moment. He was too close to the ropes. And again, a second turnbuckle being removed, and Dynamic Steiner has had enough of it. Get back in the ring here. Oh, what the hell? Oh, no, you don't, son. Clothesline from Dynamic Steiner, and looks like Dynamic Steiner was busted open. Looks like maybe after that... Okay, what the hell? Why can't I do my comeback? I think I know why. Looks like after probably that elbow to the face earlier on in the corner. Good lord, and another throw. God, I need some water. Throat's getting scratchy. I'm getting too hype. No. Dynamic Steiner just tossing Jack Wheeler across the ring. And another suplex. And another suplex, says Dynamic Steiner. Dynamic Steiner now with the pin. Can he look at a call here? Not even a 3 count yet. Jack Wheeler looking to be on spaghetti legs. Catches the elbow, though. And Dynamic Steiner catches his elbow. Oh. Well, what is he doing? Jack Wheeler. Oh, whipping Dynamic Steiner right into that exposed turnbuckle, into that injured upper spine that Jack Wheeler has been targeting all match. What does he have planned now? Good lord, a Samoan driver with a pin. And Dynamic Steiner still able to kick out. What else is Jack Wheeler gonna have to do to put the big dynamic one down? I'm not certain. But Dynamic Steiner is still not looking to give up. And what is okay? A pin. 1, 2, not yet. Okay. Do the God damn it. Do the wake up taunt. Wake up taunt. And here he comes. Dynamic Steiner. He's calling for the fans' energy. He wants it. He's got it. And he's calling. Oh, good lord, he was going for the sit-out last right powerbomb, but Jack Wheeler able to reverse it. And Dynamic Steiner having the ring awareness to roll out of the ring. Jack Wheeler gaining ahead of steam after that back body drop. After the... Oh, and the Famouser! The Famouser from Jack Wheeler! The Famouser from Jack Wheeler! But the ref... 1, 2... and 3, Jack Wheeler out of nowhere after confusing the hell out of Dynamic Steiner, he was able to get the Famouser. And look at it. And Dynamic Steiner letting bygones be bygones, and he's shaking the hand of Jack Wheeler. You love to see it. You love to see it between the two. Dynamic Steiner giving Jack Wheeler his spotlight, even though Jack Wheeler kind of giving him a side eye still. You definitely know that these two are going to meet again sooner rather than later. Especially since they're both going to be in this championship tournament that we have planned in the next few weeks. But that was the first week of the Chicago area wrestling, the C.A.W. And honestly, you know what? That was really goddamn good. I was actually really proud with how that turned out. And look at this. We got a potential rivalry here between Dynamic Steiner and Jack Wheeler. You can't see it because of me, but it's there. Trust me. Which is great. I got to add that, too, to my book of booking. So we can have that worked out for next time. Because, yeah, get ready for some fight nights again, because we're going to get back into WWE 2K19 for a bit. And actually, I'm going to go to the bathroom really fast, because I've had a lot of water. So I'll be right back. All right. All right, yeah. So, blah 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 blah. We got Jack Wheeler winning that match with a pot feud, which is awesome. All right, but yeah, that's the first week done and dusted right there for the C.A.W. Let's go ahead and advance that week. All right, what's the news? What's the news? No news yet. Okay, fair enough. We did just start. All right. And now, calendar. And now we move on to the second week. We won't book anything, but we'll see what the universe auto generates, but okay. No. Okay. No. No. Okay. So we'll end the WWE for now. We'll probably pick up maybe next stream. Depending on how I'm feeling, but for a little taste. What a taste of what we got next time. What a taste. We're gonna introduce a few more people because obviously we introduced Van Cise this week. We introduced Dynamic Steiner, Jack Wheeler. Those three right there are some of our big main eventers of the show. We got A.R. Scott, who to me is he's gonna be a big name. We got him introduced. Same with Roddy J and some Jimmy Johnson. So we got some new people. But I think next week, we're gonna I think we're gonna have our boy. If we watched the football streams back in the day, the Prince himself, Reese Prince, makes his return to the wrestling world. We're gonna have Reese Prince debut as lovely ass next time. I gotta get Pierre Laurent on the show too, so we'll have him for sure. Danny Goldman, he's sort of the leader of the Greasers, so we'll probably have him next time as well. And then we'll probably definitely see more of the Dynamic Steiner and Jack Wheeler feud from all that. Let's see, do we have any news? No news? Rivalries? All right, all of these feuds I'm awesome with. That's cool. That's perfect. I wanted that to happen. That I'm cool with. Van Cise and the Omega. I'm cool with that. And then we got Jack Wheeler and Dynamic Steiner as a rivalry set. All right, so we got some things to work with. Power rankings. Chase Stone. Well, they did have a big tag team match. Same with Frankie. Roddy J had a big. A.R. Scott had a big win. He had a big match. Big showing against A.R. Scott, so that's fair. This top 5 is fair. And then 6 and 7, Dynamic Steiner and Wheeler. Perfect. Look, even this top 25 is looking great, dude. All right, good stuff. All right, so we got some exciting stuff planned for next week already. So we'll leave it there for now, and then let's go fight some nerds in Elden Ring for a bit.